There are few housing bargains in New York City and even fewer in the West Village. So if that's where you plan to live, be prepared to downsize.
Hi, I'm Anthony. Welcome to New York, to my rental apartment in the West Village.
Anthony Lee is a New York designer who gets paid to be creative. But with his own apartment, he took creativity to a whole new level.
Anthony's 700 square foot apartment is on 2 floors. The bedroom is in the basement and the living areas are above.
I really don't like things that are too precious. I love things that are mass-produced and generic and everyday objects, but have a real sort of great and smart sort of design sensibility to them. And I sort of go through phases. So I have a collection of combs, I have a collection of Eva Seisel ceramics, then I started collecting flashlights, salt and pepper shakers.
Anthony uses the space behind his front door for extra storage.
These are medicine cabinets. They're really great for shallow spaces, and I'm using these as a kitchen pantry.
That is genius. The medicine cabinets on the wall, so smart. It allows him to go up, which is going to create the illusion of a larger space. Also, it almost looks like they're custom because they're exactly the same size. It's very consistent.
Anthony starts his days eating breakfast in the dining room, which he also uses as an office.
The table was something I designed. It's more or less indestructible. I can eat on it, I can cut on it. I really try to use the height as much as possible, especially in a small space. I think it makes the space feel bigger when you have a little bit more floor space. So this could have been laid out as low shelving, but much more effective as a tall piece of furniture. And I've been taking thousands and thousands of cloud pictures in the last couple of years and piece them together to try to make something bigger out of them. I thought this would look really good on the wall.
If you have a photo you want to display, but you want it to have a big visual impact, you can take it to a copy shop, blow it up large, and get it framed, and it'll have a really striking effect.
The living room takes recycling to a whole new level.
I made these tables when I first moved into the apartment. I think it's even before recycling days in New York City. They're actually made from the New York Times with one edge cut off so that they're square. And newspapers started piling up in my house, and I thought, you know, don't have a lot of furniture, let's make something out of it. So these are actually newspapers bolted all the way through, and they were designed and set on wheels so that I can sit here and eat my meal and watch TV.
Whenever you're trying to make a small space work for you, look to casters. Put them on the bottom of ottomans, of chairs, coffee tables, islands. It's just going to create a mobility in a small space that you really are going to need.
The chairs here are designed for airport lounges, and I think they're great because they're on legs, which makes a small apartment feel bigger because you can sort of read the edges of the room. I like mixing my high-end furniture pieces with industrial pieces, like these soul horses that I use as a TV stand.
The bedroom has no windows, but Anthony made sure there was plenty to look at.
This is where I end my day. And behind me is probably my biggest collection, the typewriters. Found one in the trash one day and sort of haven't stopped collecting them. It's probably been about 10 years. I think they look really dramatic when they're up on the wall. I don't even type.
Typewriters are a really difficult thing to display, but if you can put them up on the wall, it makes them look curated. And so any kind of collection, whether it's telephones or toothbrushes, as long as you can get them up on the wall, they're going to look like art.
Behind me is my collection of living things, my fish tank. It faces the bed. It's a great way to end the day, stare off into something soothing and relaxing. I've been living here in this apartment for 12 years. I think what's hard about living in a city like New York is that it's hard to find a place to sort of call home. I think I finally sort of made it into something that's mine. It's just a great place to be. That's why I've been here so long.
Next on Small Space, Big Style, a Zen minimalist space in the heart of freewheeling San Francisco.
I like it because I don't spend money buying stuff.